friend, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Dee. I'm a Seint beauty artist, a Monette and Savvy brand partner, and a lover of all things beauty. So here on my channel, I do a variety of different stuff, mostly anything and everything related to skincare, beauty. If it's makeup related, skincare related, it is going to be talked about here on my channel. I also am a Seint brand partner. So what that means is I sell Seint makeup. And if you have no idea what Seint makeup is, it is a 3D foundation that is all-in-one compact. And so I wanted to kind of take you through today my personal challenge and something, I don't want to say an epiphany, but it was just a realization of why I use Seint. And if you're struggling with your current foundation routine, if you're struggling with finding the right color or the right finish or something that works with your aging skin, or maybe you have very, very dry skin and you're looking for something that's going to help that, or you're just overwhelmed by the makeup possibilities, then this video is for you. Because recently I have been trying liquid foundations, and I'll go into the reasoning for that. And I just wanted to share my experience with why I love Seint and why it affirmed the reason why I love Seint, or the reasons why I love Seint. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so first things first, I don't like my lip color, but it's too late to change it, so we're just gonna go with it. I think I look very dead, but I was trying something new, and you know, sometimes you try, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, so let me go back a little bit. For those of you who are new, I have been a Seint beauty artist for a year now. I started in January 2022, and I have absolutely loved it. And that was after being a Mary Kay consultant. I sold Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay skincare. I still talk about Mary Kay skincare. I wasn't particularly in love with their makeup. They did have some hits, they did have some misses, but I wasn't passionate about the product. I was really passionate about Seint, Seint's 3D foundation, and I felt like I was being unauthentic because every time I would go out, people would compliment me on how well my makeup looked, and I was never wearing Mary Kay. I was always wearing Seint. So I just felt like I couldn't really be who I wanted to be, and I wasn't passionate about Mary Kay like I was with Seint. I would talk about Seint with everybody that I possibly could, talk to them about it, because I just absolutely loved what it had done for me. So I became a Seint partner. I've been using Seint for 2 years now, a year and a half exclusively, have not tried any liquid foundations. And if you go through my channel, you will see that I have tried a crap ton of liquid foundations, BB creams, CC creams, skin tints, whatever. I was on this lookout for the perfect foundation, and when I came across Seint, I originally liked it, and I was like, okay, well, there's just so much stuff coming out, I'm just gonna do it. And then when I revisited it, I guess, I was like, why did I stop this? I absolutely love it. So I've been using it for exclusively, like I said, at least a year and a half, and I have not tried any of the liquid foundations, but I have gone through my thing. So to me, that's the biggest testimony, is the fact that it's not like I have just tried one, foundation for 20 years, and now I'm like, oh, I found another one I like. I have tried a lot of foundations, so I know what works for my skin and what I like and all that stuff. So I think that's a testament of Seint itself for me to be able to find something that I really like and consistently wear. It is the only makeup product that I've consistently wear for this long without changing something out. And I think that says a lot, especially for a YouTuber who tries out a variety of different things. So in full transparency, the reason why I started looking for a liquid foundation is I love Seint for day to day. But one thing that Seint doesn't do for me is it doesn't transition into at night. I can get a whole day of wear on it, but if I'm going from day to night, I do have to touch it up. I feel like there's just some spots that kind of look patchy, or spots that just, where my redness is peeking through, and I need to touch it up. And I have a work event coming up where I'm not going to have the ability to be able to touch it up, right before. We're going to be in meetings all day, and then we're going to literally drive to dinner. So I have 3 days of meeting packed days, and then dinner and stuff like that. And I just don't have enough place on me or the ability to just be able to touch up my makeup easily. Yes, I could probably work it in, but not very easily. And I just want something that's going to transition from day to night. And so I started looking for liquid foundations. And the first thing I noticed when I went to the store, I went to Ulta, and then I ended up going to my local Kroger, and then I went to Walmart, is number one, it is so overwhelming to find a foundation. There are so many different brands, and each brand has a different finish and different like things that they promote. So like L'Oreal has 3, 4, 5, I mean, different lines within their skincare brand. Revlon, the same thing, you know, I mean, Milani has stuff and e.l.f. has stuff, and there's just so many brands, so many different foundations. And I felt like I went to Ulta and I was like, well, maybe I'm getting overwhelmed because Ulta has everything. You know, it's just like, when I get in there, it's like a kid in a candy shop and I'm just grabbing. So I went to Kroger and I thought, well, maybe because it's a grocery store, and my Kroger has a very big makeup line. I mean, like makeup section. It's 3, 4, maybe even 5 rows of just makeup. And so I went through that and I was like, okay, I'm still overwhelmed. So then I ended up going to Walmart and I was like, okay, well, let me grab a couple things. So number one, you know, versus liquid foundation versus Seint foundation is, I feel like with Seint, it's very straightforward. You have the benefit of getting a Seint Beauty artist like me, where you send your photo in, I take a look at it, and I recommend colors for you. So you don't have to think through it or whatever. And then I help you with saying, hey, if you want mattifying, all you do is add a little powder, or you change up your primer, you don't add a primer. Or if you want super glowy, here's some certain things. So I'm able to kind of work with you to get that exact finish and color that you want and help you figure out what's going to work best for you. So that is the benefit of, as I go, like something's in my lip, of going through Seint, is you get a personal consultant. Whereas if you're going to Ulta, yeah, they can help you, but I've gotten so many bad, like, you know, they just don't listen, or they just started or whatever. So that's the benefit of going through Seint. The second thing I noticed is there, and let me just show you. So I ended up getting Revlon Color Stay 24 Hour. I tried the L'Oreal Lumi Match, and then I ended up on the Infallible, L'Oreal Infallible up to 34. That is what I'm wearing today. I felt like the finish was the best thing because I was like, well, this one's long wear and it has normal to dry skin plus add oily combination. So I was like, okay, surely that's great. I didn't like the finish. The Lumi one was exactly what it said. I actually like this one. I got it in warm, which I should have gotten in neutral because I think the warm turned me a little bit too pink. But I liked it, but the luminescence wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted something more natural finish, and that's where I ended up with the L'Oreal Infallible. So this is a great foundation. I like this foundation, but it took me 3 different stores, 3 different brands. I actually tried another one because my daughter has e.l.f. up there, and then we had some Mary Kay stuff left over, or I had some Mary Kay stuff left over. So I probably tried 6 or 7 different foundations before I ended up on this one. And now I have to go return these. And they're not cheap. Like I think these were like 15 or something like that. Like foundation has gone up. So if I forget to, which I'm horrible at returning, like I'm out of a good amount of money. The second thing were the colors. There's so many different colors. And the higher end stuff, like if you want to pay, you know, $20, $30, $40, $50 for a foundation, you can go and swatch it and you can, you know, put it on your cheek and see if it, you know, matches or whatever. But if you want drugstore makeup, you don't get the swatches. So I ended up, like I said, I mean, I like this Lumi one, but I got it in warm, and this is porcelain light ivory, and the color was great. It's just the undertone didn't work for me. This one right here, the Revlon one, I got in 150, whatever that is. And I thought it made me dead. So I had to go through multiple different things to figure out the actual color, and I actually went and bought another one of these. So this is the second one that I have. I returned it and got this different color. This is in rose ivory, which is weird because there's no rose in this, but it works really well with my skin. So the second reason why I love Seint makeup over drugstore or high-end or whatever is you get customized, like one-on-one thing, and then I custom color match. And if the color's not right, we work together to figure it out. And you don't have to worry about wasting your money. We'll switch things out, we'll refund it out, whatever you need. Or if you're like, hey, I need more coverage or I need color correcting or whatever, I can recommend specific products that are gonna work for you, and you get that customization. So it's not just going to the store and trying to find some things and trying to remember to return stuff. It's me and you working together. I give you my cell phone number, I give you my email address. We work together in real time to go, okay, what's working, what's not working, and I'll even jump on the phone with you if you want. We can kind of talk through it. We could do a video chat. So that's the other thing I love about Seint Makeup is you get that personalization, you get that one-on-one consulting to kind of help with troubleshooting if you need it. The other thing that I noticed, the third thing that I noticed about liquid foundation versus cream is it does look really, really pretty. Even looking in the camera, I'm like, it looks very, very pretty. In person, it looks very, very pretty, but it also looks very, very fake. I feel like it does a great job of airbrushing. I did some contour, all that stuff or whatever. And when I look in the mirror, I'm like, my skin looks amazing, but my skin does not match my neck. And that was the other thing that I hated when I wore liquid foundation is I felt like I had this beautiful airbrush canvas. My face looked amazing. And then my neck was like, wonk, wonk. And it wasn't the color. I'm not talking about the color. I'm talking about the consistency. My neck is real. My neck has splotchiness and all this different stuff. And I'm not camouflaging that. With liquid foundation, I feel like it just creates this mask. And then you go in, you add all the stuff, the bronzer and the contour and the blush, and you make it look great, but it still looks like a mask. And it doesn't match my skin, my neck. Like I feel like it's beautiful, and then it's like, okay, this is regular. And I feel like there's just a difference. With Seint Makeup, I feel like that difference is less. I feel like when I look in the camera or I look in person, it still looks like my skin, but what I've done is I camouflage the things or I've covered up the things that I want to cover up, but yet my skin is still poking through. So when I'm looking at it, it matches my neck. There's still life under it. And that's, I think, the difference between liquid and 3D foundation is liquid, I feel, makes you lifeless. And then you have to add the things back. Whereas 3D foundation, there's life peeking through, your skin is peeking through. I'm almost 40. I am not looking for, now great, this is great for one thing. And like I said, I mean, I think it's very pretty for event stuff or whatever, but I could not wear this every single day because it just doesn't match with the rest of my skin. I don't see my skin poking through. And that's what I love about Seint is I'm not looking for that cake face. I'm not looking for a mask. I'm looking for something that accentuates my beauty and accentuates my skin and makes me look like a real person. And I think that's what Seint does and liquid foundation doesn't. The fourth thing I noticed is it is more challenging. Now, when you go to do cream foundation, I always tell everybody, do not go in like liquid foundation. You're going to have to stipple it. When you go in like with liquid foundation, you're blurring all over your skin. That's not going to necessarily work with cream foundation. And so what I tell people is stipple it, stipple, stipple, stipple. It's going to push it into your skin, and that's how you're going to move it around. Now you could stipple and kind of move and stipple and move, but you're not going to be able to do this motion like you do with liquid foundation. So I still have, so let me tell you what I've done. I still kept all my stuff because I do want to do like a before and after and like half the face and all that stuff. So I use the airbrush, It Cosmetics airbrush. I don't even know what it's called, but it's It Cosmetic airbrush brush. And I love this stuff. For liquid foundation, it's my favorite brush. I've tried multiple ones. Now granted, in the past 2 years, they might have come out with something different. There might be other brushes, but I really like this one. These are the Real Techniques, like stippling brushes. I like those. I did the Mario, Makeup by Mario bronzer in light medium. That's what I did for my contour, or I think it's a contour stick. And then I did the Wander Beauty, and this is the blush with the illuminator. So I'm using like higher end products. I'm using decent brushes, and it worked really well. But what I found was, and granted, like I've been doing my makeup forever, and I would never say that I'm a makeup artist or makeup pro or anything like that. I'm a girl next door doing makeup. But I have used different products and I have tried different techniques because I've had this YouTube channel for so long. I've done different things and I just love to play with makeup. And it was amazing the difference that I noticed between cream foundation and liquid foundation as far as how easy cream foundation is. When I went and messed things up, like when I was blending out this contour, it does not blend like a dream. Like I was going in, don't look at this because this is, I don't know what the heck. I put it up too high and I was like, what the heck? But I put a little bit here. I'm just adding a little bit because, so you could see. But I took my brush and I was moving it in and then I got too high and I was like, oh my gosh, I got too high, like it's going too high. So then I was trying to go in with my liquid foundation, go like this, and I'm like, it's not working, it's not working. With liquid foundation or powder foundation or powder products, they are not going to be as forgiving as cream. If you go too high with your contour, or too low with your contour, or you contour your nose and it's like all the way over under your eyes or whatever, it is so easy to go and fix it. You can go in with a sponge and get out that excess product. You can add a little bit more on your brush. You could do a variety of different things. Cream foundation is, and I hate to use this word because I feel like it's negative, but it's dummy proof. You do not have to be a makeup artist. You do not have to be a YouTuber or influencer. You can be a girl next door that hates makeup, that just wants to wear it to kind of put it on because everybody else is wearing it or whatever your reason is. You can use cream foundation or cream products and it works so much better. Now this is cream foundation, the Mario stuff, and I do really, really like it, but it still does not blend out like Seint. It is not as user-friendly as Seint. It's pretty, and if you know what you're doing, I think you can blend it out really well, but it's not a easy makeup to blend out. It does take a little technique, and if you mess it up, it is a lot more challenging to fix it than it is with cream foundation. And that's what I noticed with the cream foundation, is with the 3D foundation, it's so much easier. If I mess up, I can go in, because I still mess up. I still go too high or too low or too much or whatever. And with the Seint foundation, you can go in and fix it. You can go in and fix it and it's not that big of a deal. Whereas with liquid foundation and other cream products or powder products, you're not going to be able to. That's where that cake face is going to come up. The fifth thing that I noticed is I still love Seint Beauty for the barrier protection it does for my skin. So I've been using these products, like just trying them out, doing them for probably a week or so. And like I said, I've used this one a couple times, so I know that I like it, but my face doesn't like it. My face, and not that I'm broken out or anything like that, but at the end of the day, when I take my makeup off, my face is like, I can feel that it's a little bit more dry, it's less hydrated, it doesn't look as pretty. Whereas, and I've said this multiple times here and on my Instagram, when I wear my Seint makeup, I put my skincare on and then I put my Seint makeup over it. What it does is it like creates a barrier on your skin. So it helps to keep all that skincare product that you just put on, it helps your skin to absorb it, but it also creates a barrier to help it not release into the atmosphere or whatever, but also it keeps all the yucky stuff out. So everything that's trying to come into your skin and suck the life out of it, this creates a barrier. And on the days that I wear makeup, my Seint makeup, my skin looks better when I take it off than on the days I don't wear makeup. And that is why I wear Seint every single day, is because I notice that my skin looks prettier. My skin, not my makeup, my skin looks prettier at the end of the day when I take all my makeup off. My skin looks more hydrated, it looks more plump, and it looks brighter. Because what I've done is I've created a barrier to help soak in the skincare and created that barrier to help everything out. I do not get that with liquid foundation. At the end of the day, my skin is more dull, my skin is more lifeless, and it looks less plump, and it just doesn't look as healthy as where I wear Seint. I don't know what I was saying. Seint. Skank. I said skank. I meant Seint. But, so I just want to do this video because when I was trying these liquid foundations out, I was like, golly, I'm so glad that I came across Seint. And I'm not saying that because I sell it. I'm saying that because I use it every single day. And it is one of the things that I have done or have noticed has changed my skin. I'm not going to say that this product itself has changed my skin from severely dry to less dry. I'm not going to say this was the holy grail product and if you get it, your skin is going to miraculously change and look different. What I'm saying is there were many, and I actually have a video going up of the 5 things I did to change my makeup or change my skin, and this is one of the things that I attribute to. Because of that, because it creates that barrier, I feel like it really, really helped with changing my skin. So if you are looking for a simple routine, this is it. If you're looking for an easy routine, this is it. If you're frustrated with so much, you go to the store and you're like, I don't know what foundation is going to work for your skin, hit me up. Let's try Seint. Let's talk through what your goals are and we can create a customized palette just for you. this is extra. This is me because I'm extra. You do not have to have this much. And we can create it depending on your budget. We can create it on what makeup you actually use. Because if you don't contour, don't start contouring. Like, yeah, maybe start the product or whatever, and if you're interested, you can add it on, but I'm not going to force you or say, well, you need to start contouring because it's better or whatever. Do a bronzer, or just don't do anything. Like, I'm gonna say, hey, try your bronzer out because you might actually like it, and it's really, really easy to use the Seint bronzer, and I have so many tutorials to do it, but if you don't have the budget or if you don't have the desire, you do you. It's your makeup routine. Let's customize it for you. So, hit me up if you have any questions. If you agree, disagree, whatever, I would love to